Hey, what's going on, everybody? Suro here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to let you guys know about the white roses that are actually here with the new haunted floating island event. Now I know some of you are aware of them, obviously, because it is part of the event. You need to collect them, put them in the terrorific tree to be able to claim the tree. But I also wanted you to know that you should probably start hoarding these because they are going to be going away. So we're going to talk about that in today's video. If you guys would hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate you. Yeah, let's head up to the floating island and take a look at it. And if you just don't know about this, there is the haunted floating festival that's going on. You can hit teleport right here. Everyone has access to it. It does end in 18 days, and that's why I wanted to make this video now before, you know, we're down to the last week. But go up there and you're going to be able to get the white roses, right? So they do end up spawning only in front of the haunted mansion right here. There can be 3 at a time, like max. So you can collect them. Usually they spawn here in the front. Sometimes they're over here to the left, which I have 2 of them. And then they're going to spawn like 1 every 15 minutes up to 3. And then they will stop spawning until you pick them up. And sometimes they can spawn back here as well. But I am actually like hoarding these and I'm collecting them because they have some other uses besides just using them to put inside of this tree and finish off the event. The other main reason is literally to collect them so you can use them to decorate. Now these roses are actually different from the red ones other than just the color. One thing I really love about these roses is you can put them on top of paths. Any of the paths in the game, you can literally put them here so you can use them to decorate like this. You can put some more right here if you wanted to for whatever reason. If you wanted to fill in some little gaps like this, you could definitely do that with your roses. And the red ones have the largest footprint ever. Look how big the footprint is. I don't know why it's not the same as the white ones, but you know how the white ones, you can actually put them very close together like this. So if you wanted to have a whole field of roses, you can actually do that with these white roses. The red ones, you cannot. This is as close as you can actually get the roses. So if you wanted a whole field of red roses, it's just not going to happen. Look at this massive space in between them. And then if you wanted to alternate with white, red, you can't even do that because you just can't put them very close together. But yeah, look at this. If you wanted to fill in gaps and have all of these roses here, you can absolutely do that. So yeah, I wanted to put you guys on. I wanted to let you know about that just because this item is incredible. I absolutely love this. I mean, I don't know why we're so excited over some flowers, but you know your boy is, especially when it comes to decorating or any little decorating tricks or hacks. This is something that's going to be useful for just decorating your valley, but also dream snaps. I've been seeing some people put this in their dream snap, and it is kind of grindy. You're going to have to go up there like every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes or so. Collect your roses whenever you can remember, but you know, we have 18 days, so I'm definitely going to be collecting them. I mean, look at some of the other flowers right here. The footprint is just so massive. Even like the footprint of this flower, look how big it is. Having it like a 2x2 is incredible because you can also take them and place them in spaces like this. So if you wanted to, let me get away from the time bending thing. If you wanted to fill in gaps like this, you have a much better chance of doing that with an item like this rather than any of the other ones. So you can actually put them in pretty closely. So here's a quick example of that. Also, they do sparkle, which may be a good thing or a bad thing depending on your builds and if you like that or not. Yeah, if you like actually filled up this whole path over here to the right or to the left and you walk through here, they would start sparkling, which is a nice little effect. It kind of adds some enchantment, little magical vibes as you're going over here into your build. And this, I just like quickly rushed and threw this together just so you can kind of see the aesthetic with these flowers compared to some of this other white decor, a lot of this Belle and Beast decor that we have, the greenhouse, you know, some of the fountains, the gazebo of all the red roses. I think it looks pretty nice. Now, if you did want to put them on a table, you'll be able to fit quite a few on here. So you could do something kind of like this. And then if you wanted to do like the red roses, so we have like 4 on half of that. If you wanted to do the red roses, you can only put 1 on there, which is kind of crazy. So 4 roses or 1. So if you were trying to like extend your layer of flowers, so you had flowers right here and you wanted to use another table, not this one, this one's blue and bold, but just to make it go even higher, then yeah, look how you would literally only be able to have 2 of these red ones here on top of a table, like this right here. That's it. That's pretty puny compared to 8 that you would be able to fit on a table. Now, we don't know if they are going to reuse these white roses with some other events or make it easier to get them in the future. Maybe even after this event, they're going to actually put them over in Beast's greenhouse to start generating. I don't think so, though, personally. If I had to guess, I would think that they're going to keep them exclusively to this event. And who knows, maybe even next year, we may get new rewards in like another island that is going to require some of these white roses. And then, hey, if you already grinded them this year and you have extras, it might make it easier for next year because you can just go to your chest. Kind of like how we had the trick or treat, like the candy. I didn't even have to grind it this year because I already had candy from last year. So it's always nice if you have some extra time, go ahead, grind up some more of these. Just anytime you're on, it's not like you have to get on here and do it like every 15 minutes and like stare at the island and wait for them to regenerate. Just if you have some extra time, I would consider like keep going over there, picking them up whenever, and it may benefit you in the long run. Now, there is actually another thing I want to let you guys know about just so you don't have this problem. A lot of people, I have been seeing a lot of Reddit posts, a lot of Facebook posts, that people are getting their memory orb from the Ghostly Zero to drop out of bounds. So what I would do, I would recommend whenever you do feed him, make sure he's like away from any walls, make sure he's away from the border. You can push him over here, you know, you can kind of get him over here into the middle. If he does run over here, which he loves to do, he likes to go over here, but he absolutely loves going in this location right here. And a memory orb can drop on the other side there. So yeah, I highly recommend that you just try to get him over to the middle before you actually feed him. And then he can even drop a memory orb inside of these night thorns right here, and you can't reach them over there as well. So I'm just going to kind of push him over here. He's kind of in the open. So then I can go ahead and feed him one of these fishies, and then out pops my memory. Now this is actually my 4th day. So we're going to see what this reward is for number 4. I'm also going to finish up this puzzle here. So yeah, after you end up getting your 4th one, you will have to go and get this dig spot right here. So now I can go ahead and dig this up. And then I got my pouch. And inside that pouch, I'm going to actually get the tub from Nightmare Before Christmas. So it is the clawed foot tub. I don't believe you can actually interact with it. It's very dirty. It's definitely a dirty tub. And before we actually place it down and take a look at it, I have to see if I can buy more of these. It looks like we can, in fact, buy more. So 6,400 for these. I'm going to buy a few more. Looks like the tags are actually Halloween, quirky, and bathroom. And it's also under Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. And then it looks like we might even be able to squeeze it in right over here by the town hall. Click on that. Let's see if we can interact with it. And no, you cannot. It doesn't move around, make any noise. You can't turn the water on, but it is a nice little piece. It kind of clashes with everything else I have around here, not gonna lie, but I like it. I kind of wish my character could get in there. You know, this should have been a glider. Gameloft, why didn't you make this a glider? Imagine if you were kind of like scurrying around. You've seen those creepy little skeleton legs going as you're zooming around the valley. I'm telling you, Gameloft, you got to take these ideas. But anyways, guys, that is it for the video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Hope you have the best day. Good luck on your grinding, and I'll see you in the next one.